I'm a board member with the Path of the Paddle Association. We're a not-for-profit corporation responsible for building the TransCanada Trail across northwestern Ontario. And in part of that project, we bring film festivals to the Northwest. This week in Kenora, we have 2 nights, so 2 festivals, and this would be the 3rd year that we've been bringing films about paddling to Kenora. The first night, we have something called the Real Paddling Film Festival, and it's produced by Rapid Media. It's a traveling festival across North America, and it profiles canoeing, kayaking, and stand-up paddling in a variety of venues, in a variety of countries, and in a variety of extreme nature of the sport. And for our second night, we are hosting a film festival to honor Bill Mason, who is an iconic Canadian paddler, artist, and filmmaker, who actually learned how to canoe as a young man on Shoal Lake, just a few kilometers east of Kenora, or west of Kenora here. So he's produced a body of work about films related to canoeing, wilderness, wildlife, and we're profiling 3 of his films dating back to the mid-60s and 70s. It's been a good response. We get a range of paddling and outdoor enthusiasts, younger people and older people. My connection is really to promote the sport of paddling and its various formats, whether it's canoeing, kayaking, or stand-up paddle. I'm an avid kayaker and stand-up paddler, and the Kenora area is conducive to all 3 sports, and we're blessed to have such an ideal wilderness and conditions right out our back doors to be able to paddle these various crafts and enjoy nature to its fullest extent. The Real Paddling Film Festival, we're showing 7 movies of varying lengths, and that'll be on Tuesday night, June 6th, 7:30 p.m. at the 7 Generations Auditorium. We'll have a mix of canoeing, kayaking, and stand-up paddle. We have an absolutely extreme kayaking movie that several young men trekked, hiked, helicoptered into a remote area of northern China against the Kazakhstan border and kayaked a river that had barely ever been kayaked before, and it's just extremely difficult and dangerous, not only getting in there but getting out of there. So that is one of the adrenaline films that we have. We have a perfectly delightful canoeing film that is a retrospective on the first women who were accepted into Outward Bound in the United States in the mid-1960s. And it was such a big event that their participation was covered by the news media and by magazines. So there was quite a body of film and photo about their experience. And the movie talks about their lives as 16 to 20-year-olds, and then a reunion of most of that group 50 years later, and coming back to the same camp in Ely, Minnesota, and meeting the new guides who now were a mix of male and female instructors, and talking about their experience as young female canoeists and campers, and the first group of female canoeists in Outward Bound. We have some stand-up paddle in the Caribbean, how to surf with stand-up paddle, and also, I feel like jumping off waterfalls in a kayak, we have that too. So there's something for everybody's level of canoeing, kayaking, stand-up paddle enthusiasm, from the benign to the extreme. And we'll also have information about the TransCanada Trail. The Path of the Paddle is the TransCanada Trail through northwestern Ontario. Starts at Fort William, ends in Jessica Lake in the Whiteshell Provincial Park, just over the Manitoba border. We'll have maps, we'll have draws, we'll have people who have paddled portions of our trail through the Northwest that the people who come to the show can talk to. So that's the first night. The second night, Bill Mason Festival, we are profiling 3 films. The first being his probably signature film, Water Walker, which he made as a feature film. And so we will be showing that, taking a break, and then showing 2 shorter films. Paddle to the Sea, which is something I grew up with as a kid, and we're going to introduce that back to hopefully a younger generation. And a nature film called Wolfpack. So these are 3 iconic Bill Mason films that he crafted, and we hope to acquaint or reacquaint people with his body of work. And if we're successful, we foresee that perhaps we can carry on a Bill Mason Festival in subsequent years. So that's on the Wednesday night, 7:30, same venue. For tickets for Reel Paddling Film Festival, they're available right now at 3 board shops downtown, the Hardware Company, Boreal Paddle, and Board Anyone. And we'll also be selling them at the door on the event night. For the Bill Mason Festival, tickets are only available at the door. But if you've bought a ticket to the Reel Paddling Film Festival, you get into the Bill Mason one the next night for free. So just save your ticket stub.